Howdy. Hey. Howdy. Woo.
Howdy.
All right. Welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
And we're going to be your host today for about the next 7 hours.
I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Did you have a good holiday, Glenn?
Yeah, I ate some chicken. My wife doesn't like turkey. So we had chicken.
Did you take advantage of any of the Black Friday sales?
I don't do that. Because it should be Ebony Friday.
So I won't even ask about Cyber Monday then. Or do you participate in Cyber Monday?
Oh, God. Somebody in the chat said, I don't like Black Friday. It should be Ebony Friday. I don't know who that was, but whoever it was, I thought it was kind of funny. All right. If you can hear us, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, and let us know that we are coming across loud and clear. There you go. Mark says all Fridays matter. Oh, gosh.
All Fridays
matter. All
matter.
Fridays matter. Oh, my gosh, Mark. All righty, then. That's how we're going to kick off today's session. Well,
today.
Glenn started it. Glenn started it. So I can't even jump on Mark for it. Okay,
Joey, you just let us know when you got to just shut it down.
Yeah, it wasn't Mark that started, or else I put him in the timeout. But
sounds like it's going to be one of those Wednesdays.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right. So the rally's still in play. All right, if you just look in general, the rally's still in play. I did a short today. Ryan did a short today. I want to know how many of you are paying attention to the shorts that we do on YouTube. Type a 1. How many of you watch the shorts? Mainly by Ryan. I only help him out on Wednesdays, but Ryan has put a lot of work into the shorts. How many of you are paying attention to the shorts that we do? Type a 1 in the room. Right? Because if you're not, you need to.
Janice.
Right? If you're not, you need to. We try to stay on top of what's going on in the market every which way we can. And whether it's the content in our videos, the live streams, or the shorts, folks, we're trying to be a good source of information all around the market for you guys. Whether we're teaching you how to fish or giving you fish, you guys got to support it. All right? Got to support it. All right. Ryan and I got picks for you today. We got news behind the picks. It's up to you guys to...
A lot of news articles today.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of news. Man.
You got all the news.
You sit there, you talk so much, and you put all those news articles up there. I can't believe it.
Remember, these people got to be home by 3 p.m.
Yeah, okay.
They got things to do.
All right, we do. All right, so first thing I want to do, Dave, can you fix the door on the popcorn machine for me, please? I'm live, though, but so VV Nation knows that you're going to fix the door on the popcorn machine. All right, because Joey now leaves the door open while we're live.
It's too hot.
Because Joey
Amir says, what's happening in the market? Now they're saying it is overbought.
It's been overbought. There's no ifs, ands, but the market's been overbought for the longest time. Jazz, GME is one of my stocks
on the move today.
GME is one of my stock picks today because it is moving. It is moving. So we get out of the primary wave is red now. We'll talk about this. As a matter of fact, Joey, put us on this screen. Let's take a look.
Let's see what the market's doing.
Nothing. Joey told me not to touch nothing. Can I use my keyboard?
You're gonna break it?
Okay.
I told you not to touch the stream deck. I didn't say not to touch anything.
Say hi to Joey, by the way, you little meanie. You should draw. You a meanie.
Is Joey being a bully today?
No, Joey's being a bully. Sure, I remember Ryan's craziness about oil and oil stocks, whatever. Because we were both on this. Don't even go after Ryan. We were both on that bandwagon. Don't start.
Hey, I was on that bandwagon for a while. I was working.
Absolutely.
You got to take your profit somewhere.
Charles says, Glenn, what do you think about oil and the OPEC meeting tomorrow? Is it a good time to stop buying oil stocks? Actually, today, Ryan and I have opposing opinions on oil today, which is a good thing.
I don't know if it's opposing, but...
Well, we'll see. We both have... I think we have differing opinions about where oil is going to go. I think. We're going to find out. All right, so if we look at all of the major indices, everything is up, to include the VIX, which normally is not a normal thing. If the market is up, normally the VIX is down. But we've got the market up and the VIX up, which means that people are buying even though they're fearful. All right, no, leave it open. Joey has, yeah. It is, people are buying, yet the fear factor is going up. We're not in a fearful space yet, not until the VIX gets to about 20. But the fear factor is rising today as the market is rising today as well. Charlie Munger, that's right, died yesterday at the age of 99. So we're gonna, keep his family in our prayers. That's for sure. All right, so that's what the market looks like today. The rally is still in play. Let's go look at a market timing graph. There it is. There's a 3-month view on the market coming off this low, the 3 and the 8 exponential moving average across. Even when it pulled down for 4 days in a row, the 3 and the 8 held. The market's leveling out. All right, it's leveling out. Ryan, do you think that the rally still has legs? Yes or no?
I think there's still going to be some momentum to the upside.
Okay.
Or I think we're getting close to the top. I don't think we're quite there yet. Well, I think there's still some momentum to the upside.
You know that we have the indicator, the MTI, letting us know when the market gets toppy. It's not there yet. When that MTI gets to a value of 1.5, 1.6, the market's looking toppy. So
where's it at now?
It's at 1.24.
Okay, so yeah, definitely got some upside potential to go.
Robert says, Glenn, you might be getting a call from Warren Buffett to replace his longtime pal. Psh, I'll do it. I'll do it. Ooh-wee. Man, I'll do it. And then I'll take Ryan along with me. Ryan will be there with me, and we will just rock and roll. Santa rally early and over. Ultra Magnus, I'm with Ryan. I
mean, the markets are up today, though. How's it over? I don't get it.
I don't think it's...
You don't see the bull behind me, Glenn?
Listen,
this market's going higher.
Just shut up and let me finish saying what I was fitting to say. I'm with you in that I think the market's got some upside. Did you drink some Cafe Bustelo this morning? What the flying flip is going on? Dang. You're like me. Just a lighter version. Holy smokes, you're just going. Good gravy. All right. You never answered about oil. Again, Keith, we didn't answer about oil yet because we both have stories about oil, and you're going to hear two opinions about it. That's why we haven't answered about oil. Yeah, we will. All right. So looking at the market indices are going up, along with the VIX, along with the market moving higher. We're just going to keep this. I think I'm with Ryan. I think the market has some upside a little bit. I've been saying for the longest time, though, that this has been a weird market. So I'm going to keep all of that in play as well. All right, let's get into the news stories. And I did. High five, Joey.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
High five. All right. Big story. Joey is sitting side saddle today, by the way. Do you think the Fed is going to hold interest rates? All right. So I got a couple of stories about what the market's doing. The economy grows 5.2% in the third quarter, higher interest rates sapping momentum. So I think that I have to get on the bandwagon. I think Ryan and I are both in the same spot that I don't think the Fed's going to raise any more this year. I think that that's silly. I think they need to. But again, that's my 2 cents in regard to that. What do you feel about the Fed possibly and not raising any more for the end of the year, Ryan?
I'm in the same camp as you, Glenn. But as long as inflation remains, relatively the same or lower, I think there's no reason to keep raising them right now.
People are talking about, well, the next thing he's going to do is cut. I don't think that happens until mid next year. I don't think that the cuts...
Yeah, I don't see cuts anytime soon.
I don't either. Joseph, did you watch Glenn's YouTube yesterday? Good gold and silver video. Oh, thank you. Do you think gold and silver will climb? If so, how much do you estimate? Joseph, like the cringe guy just said, I did just do a video on low dollar gold and silver stocks. All right, so here's the two different stories on oil. My side of it, I think that something that I've been saying for the longest time, oil should be rising. On paper, oil should be rising. I think that it's manipulated, but from that perspective, I can't bring VectorVest into that statement. That's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. But crude rises after supply disruptions, OPEC meeting eyed, and then they got canceled. Next story, U.S. crude inventories rose 1.6 million barrels in the week to November 24th. Two different sides. I think that if OPEC is still going to cut, that's lack of supply. Lack of supply means that oil prices should rise. That's my side of it. That's what I think. And we keep finding all this oil. Well, we keep finding all this oil because they keep saying demand is low. I don't personally think the demand is that low for us to find 1.6 million barrels in the week of November 24. So that's where I stand. I think that oil is about to get bullish, but I got to keep my eyes on it because oil is still going down. But I think on paper it should be rising. I don't have an oil play right now, personally, but that's my side of the story. That's my side of the story. And then we looked at Exxon in the Permian Basin. There's a few companies that are being the beneficiary of that, finding all that oil. Guyana, blah, 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 blah. All right.
I mean, U.S. oil production just hit an all-time high. So the supply is there.
The supply ain't really there. I hear you. It ain't really there. That's great. Hey, we're doing this. Ha, 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 ha. And you look around and you go, where the flying flip is this oil? Where?
Where is this oil?
I go, is it over here? You know, I ain't drunk enough to do that yet. So you get that, Joey? You see the oil over there? Do you see the oil there? Never mind. All right. And then Ryan's story. Here's your story. Go ahead, Ryan.
So yeah, my story here.
Let me
take over. Do I have control?
Let me see if give control. All right, you got control.
All right. So this article came out last week. OPEC was supposed to have their meeting last week. However, disagreements had in some of the production cut quotas. There just were a lot of disagreements, especially amongst the African nations. Now, what is expected to happen is Saudi Arabia and Russia are supposed to maintain their production cuts. But the wild card, comes into play with, the African nations really. And if they're going to follow along with those cuts or, for the most part, if I scroll down here, where was it? I'm trying to find it here.
Yeah, you talk about Angola,
it's
Nigeria,
right here.
Congo.
So yeah, it's Angola, Nigeria, Congo. Want to have their production quotas raised from the levels agreed at the meeting in June. So OPEC split right now. So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, I'm not bullish or bearish at the moment. I really just want to see what that is said in that meeting, because right now with the U.S. oil production so high. At least according to sources.
That's what I was finna go in on that. Go ahead. I was finna go in on that.
At least according to sources, production is supposed to be high, at an all-time high. So we'll see. And right now, the world economies are kind of, there's a lot of pessimism out there as far as forecasts going forward. What conditions will be next year, and that plays too. So demand concerns are looming. So you have high production. You have disagreements about production cuts amongst OPEC members right now. But as far as Brent, I became bearish once it broke below the $85 level. That was early November, a couple weeks ago. And I mean, people who've been watching this channel have been doing videos since July. So, if you've been watching these videos, you've had time to take profits off the table. But right now I'm just watching it because the price action staying pretty tight between that 80 and 85 level. So I'm just looking for a good breakout.
Hey, Michael,
whether to the up or downside.
I did see a story that said that we put 300,000 barrels back into the strategic reserves.
Well, yeah, now's the time to do it.
I saw a story that said that's all we put in, which is ludicrous.
How many barrels are in the reserve?
I'm getting ready to check that right now.
I know it's typically, in the millions.
I saw something that said 500 million. November 10th, 351 million.
Okay.
And look at that. The number. See, look at the number.
It just remains unchanged.
Let's go see the full list. They haven't put none.
It's just been, it just
They
remains the
haven't
same.
put none. I saw a story that said they put 300,000 in at the low prices.
And if you look over to the right where it says value
You got
from 1
you got
year
the
ago.
mouse.
Oh, over
Yeah,
here,
you got it. I give it to him.
the way I'm looking at this or reading it, the value from 1 year ago is 390. So as far as our strategic reserve, looks like we're down from the prior year.
Right, which we should be because we sold a lot of it, right? By
Correct.
this number, we sold about 40 million barrels.
Yep.
Changed from a
Because
year
I
ago
remember they
down
released
about
that when gas prices
10%.
were really high last spring, right? Was it last spring? Gas prices were really high?
Yeah.
And they released from the strategic reserve to kind of relieve prices at the pump.
Fitz says we're at a 1/3 capacity. So I just wanted to real quick to see, and this is from the U.S. crude oil All right, so I wanted to see that, but look at that. December of 2022, we were at 387 million. And right now, we're at 351 million. So there we go. 300,000 barrels is nothing.
We are higher than we were in July, though.
Say again?
So that's a plus. So we're higher than we were in July. So it looks like they would try to put a little bit back.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with you on that either. All right, so
just a little bit.
I'm not going to look at it. So it looks like since Ryan said since July, looks like we tried to throw a little bit, or this is all that oil that we're finding because of the lack of demand.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm thinking that's what this is. I don't think it's us.
That could be that Venezuelan oil.
Huh?
That could be that Venezuelan oil.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Thought they would refill when it was below 7. That's what they said, Ultra Magnus. Ryan reported that. That's right. When it was supposed to get down to about 70, they were supposed to be putting that oil back. So interesting.
UAE officially stops using dollar for oil trades.
Are they going to try to go to the BRICS currency? All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I wonder what currency they would use.
I don't know, unless they use their own, whatever it is. All right. So 2 different perspectives on oil. All right, I think I'm about ready based upon this and I'm about to get bullish on oil. I'm waiting. Ryan said he's not bullish or bearish. I'm more bullish than bearish. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. All right. Government has a different view on refilling strategic reserves. Not that the USA is not dependent on OPEC like years ago. We are. We should not have to be. We can drill, baby, drill, but that's all right. All right, next story.
Hey, Glenn, we've been drilling.
We've been drilling where?
I know you don't like to hear it. I don't think you believe it, but apparently we've been drilling.
Where are we drilling?
I don't know. I'm not in the oil
fields. So
now
how are you going to say that we've been drilling? How are you going to say?
You know we hit an all-time high 2 months ago.
That's the refineries. They're getting it from. Listen, you got a point. They're getting it from somewhere. I just don't know where. I think it's unicorn oil. Yes,
unicorn oil. I like that.
I think it's unicorn.
Hey, that's the next video right there. The next 6 p.m. video.
The next video is unicorn oil. I like that. All right, next story. Glenn is getting bullish on oil. Not full bore. I'm not full bore bullish yet. I'm still waiting for one of our indicators to kick in on oil. But I'm close. If inflation is getting under control, the dollar's getting weaker, that's going to be a good positive sign for gold. It's going to be a good positive sign for gold. It's frack. Are we doing frack? Are we fracking? What the frack? Are we fracking?
Are we fracking?
That's shale. All right. Are we fracking?
Yeah, that's shale. Because fracking is when you pump it in, right?
No, that's when we beat up the rock and we take the oil out, but then we pump some water in there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, pumping the water in there.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. All right. Can you please give your idea on high tech? I did a short today, and my short was talking about the current rally and what stocks to play. Amir, go take a look at the short. I got high tech in there and what's working. Go look at the short today. So I am getting bullish on oil. I'm getting bullish on oil and gold, actually. 2 commodities that I'm feeling, along with, if I'm going to talk about commodities, I'm still bullish on uranium as well. So there's 3 commodities that I feel decent about. But gold, if the dollar's getting weaker, gold is preparing I'm going to talk about a gold stock, but I'm going to also show you what I'm looking for in regards to gold as well. So are you shorting high tech for now? Heck no. No. Sai, hold on. Sai, you didn't watch the video. Anyway, portfolios. This is high tech. Magnificent 7 plus 2. When I did the video back on 11/2, it's up 6.5%.
It's still up.
Every stock in the portfolio is making money. Am I shorting high tech? Nope. Every high tech stock that I put in here is making money. Every single one. Magnificent 7, we've been out there trying to help you out. Look at that. You says no more rally for high tech. I'm saying that high tech is still moving for the time being. All right? And there's a portfolio that shows it. There's a portfolio that shows it after we did the video. All right, so I am bullish on oil, but I will show you when we look at the graphs what I'm looking for. Two different stories on NVIDIA as well. All right, this is Ryan's story on NVIDIA. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right. As we all know, tensions between the U.S. and China. The big question in place is, AI technology, the national security of certain semiconductor chips. So the article, NVIDIA CEO, the United States trying to be self-reliant. We've seen TSM build plants stateside, the one in Arizona, and then the other one in Germany. So not just United States, but a lot of other countries trying to bring production domestically for national security reasons. However, NVIDIA CEO being, one of the biggest players in this space, U.S. chip makers at least a decade away from China supply chain independence.
That's a long time.
I think that's a pretty serious statement coming from the CEO, and just shows how delicate a role, the relationship between the United States and China is ultimately. But just, some of the key points here, that was, focus on the supply chain independence. However, CEO did say it's absolutely necessary effort for U.S. national security. So, the restrictions, increasing stricter export controls, limiting its ability to send its most advanced chips to China.
How did the U.S. get a decade behind China? Well, it's because we were dependent, saying, "Oh, we're gonna let China do our chips. Let China do our chips."
We've been letting Taiwan make all our chips. Intel just kind of fell by the wayside, and now TSM, they're the dominant player in the field. So that's why we're trying to get Taiwan to produce domestically. We passed the CHIPS Act. But the CHIPS Act, from my understanding, was only like, $40-50 billion. When I saw articles of, China, they're investing hundreds of billion. I think if I remember correctly, one estimate was like 200 billion. Either way, astronomically more. They want this technology. They see the value in this technology. But I'm going long on NVIDIA. They've seemed to be doing a great job navigating this escalation or this tension between these two countries. And, even after, Biden announced, their most recent curb on, some of these chip exports, NVIDIA just released new style AI chips. I did an article or video on it last week. I don't know if you remember that, Glenn, to kind of get around these curves. So I'm bullish on NVIDIA because, they've done a great job navigating this so far.
All right. Then I got this story. This wasn't your story, right?
No, that's not me.
From that video. This is Amazon AI with a new chip NVIDIA partnership. Amazon NVIDIA partnership.
Oh, so Glenn, funny thing you talk about this story. The video I'm doing tonight it talks about this partnership.
Okay. So there we go.
ARM Holdings.
So I'm bullish on NVIDIA as well. I think that it's one of the best chip stocks to buy, whether it's AMD, TSM, ASML. There's so many chip stocks out there. I still think that NVIDIA is the best of the best. All right? I think it is still the best of the best. And I think this partnership with Amazon just pushes it even higher. All right. I didn't want to have two stories in a row, but it looks like I did. Sorry about that. GM commits billions to shareholder returns as EV push stalls. Now, it's a two-sided story here. EV push stalls. All the money that was going into the EV spot, some of the big manufacturers are not meeting up to the expectations that they like or guided lower, which is affecting lithium. A lot of people are saying, what's going on with lithium? I think that the EVs are not keeping up with the need of lithium, and that's why lithium is getting beaten up. But GM is going to come back, and they're going to give back money. They're going to put back money, putting it back into the company. Is returning billions to investors despite high interest rates that are threatening car sales and capital burdens from its EV effort. And the burdens. The only company that's out there that I don't think will ever look at EVs as a burden is going to be Tesla, because that's what they do. A lot of the other major manufacturers of coming into the EV space because they see how lucrative it is, and that Tesla is killing it. But I think that the UAW strike, and that's my next story. GM says union labor deals will increase costs by $9.3 billion. So I'm looking at GM from both perspectives of they're trying to recover from the strike, but they're still putting out a lot of money, even though their costs increased by $9.3 billion. I think what's going to hurt the most out of all of this GM stuff is going to be the money they're putting back in the company, whether it's by the cost because of the labor or by putting money back into the company. This is going to be very interesting about GM. GM is going all in to get better. Will it backfire? All right. Will it? And you're right. Cody says that they did buybacks. It helped the price. But is it enough? If the costs incurred by this strike, $9.3 billion, that's a lot of dough. And then they're doing buybacks on top of that, which adds out to the outlay of money. Be very careful with GM. This is either going to be a brilliant deal doing this, or it ain't. So I'm just putting that out that way. And I think it is twofold, because I think that you're going to see more of the big manufacturers pull back a little bit on the EV space. All right? I don't think they can keep up with Tesla. That's what it comes down to. I don't think they can keep up with Tesla. All right. Next story is Ryan's.
Yeah, so big story coming out as far as mergers in the healthcare space. You see here by the title, Cigna shares slide after report it could merge with Humana. I mean, these are some of the biggest players in the space right now. So you can see here, Cigna fell on that report. Now, this would be an all-stock cash deal. Let's see here. Yeah, the companies are discussing a stock and cash deal that would be finalized by the end of this year, which is pretty, that's right around the corner.
Does the company change its name?
Well, I did say if the company would change its name.
It says a merger, not a takeover. It says a merge. So,
yeah. Well, Cigna's market value is roughly about $80 billion right now, while Humana's is about $63 billion.
So maybe it becomes Sigmana. Maybe it becomes Sigmana. Sighana, says Fitz.
I mean, these are two of the biggest, health insurers in the country. So I mean,
UNH is bigger.
Oh yeah, United Health. Well, yeah. I wonder if this would make it as big as UNH.
Interesting question. That could. I don't think so.
I mean, this might make it direct. That might be why they're doing this in direct competition with them.
Man, I think UNH is just that big. I don't know if this merger even. I don't know.
That might make a good story.
It could make a great story, bro.
What do you think, VV Nation? Type a 1 in the comment section if you think that might make a good story. You can look into that for you.
All right.
Fitz said Sighana.
I say Sigmana.
Humigna.
All right. I'm going to go to the next story. Retail traders reignite rally in GameStop. I don't like meme stocks, but stock is moving. I'm going to see if there's anything behind this besides the move today, if there's anything decent.
Oh, it shot up a lot.
Yeah, it did. And there was no real big news on it. Except for retail investors. I don't know if it was online sales of games or stuff. I don't know.
It went from $11 up to about $17, $18.
I got right now at the time of the story, it was at $15.31. Speculation is back. GameStop is ground zero for speculation. AMC, all of the meme stocks starting to move again. But I saw GME on the move, so I wanted to take a look at that stock. You still own GME? Sigh. Hold on. I'm going to laugh.
Who owns GME still? I never bought it.
I did long time ago. Then I'm going to put a car crash. And then I'm going to put
I did buy a couple AMC options. And I did a couple, what was the other one? Virgin Galactic options. Those are only really meme stocks I've ever played.
Well, I wanted to just bring it up as a story because it's moving. That's about it. All right, next story is yours.
All right, Disney. I've only been doing this for about 6 months now. I don't think I've ever really talked about Disney.
I have a couple of times.
It's been under a lot of pressure lately, but it's moving. I've actually looked at the chart after looking at this article here. It's been moving over the last 2 weeks. When it comes down to it, I agree with this article. The key to Disney from here, really, it comes to the streaming business. That's going to be their, one of their biggest cash cows, going forward. But I know a lot of the movies been kind of lackluster lately. Do you watch any of the Disney movie, like Disney Plus, Glenn? Do you have that stuff?
I do because of the grandbabies.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. But I like the bundle. You get the Hulu, you get the Disney Plus, and you get the ESPN package.
And I have
for like
that.
$15-20. You have that? I have it too. I think it's a great package. That and Netflix. So those are the two streaming platforms I have. With the market rallying, tech, obviously on the move. So I did want to put in 2 streaming platforms. I got Disney and Netflix. I see those are the major players in the space here. But I think, as far as Disney going forward, the parks are nice. But I would say the streaming platform and the movies, that's their big cash cow right now. Outside
of the Magic Kingdom, Disney parks, that was Disney forever, right? That was Disney forever. That's the big money from from the park.
Well, last year, Disney was in the hot seat because of its tensions with the governor.
And they still in the hot
DeSantis.
seat. That's such a stupid thing. Disney should have just shut their little mouths and just did what they did.
They've been real quiet. I haven't seen them in the news.
Because I'm sure
really
the PR department told them to shut the flip up. I'm sure they did.
There's been other companies to make, that mistake. I'm of the mindset, if you have that big of a company, then you most likely have consumers in all, spectrums, of political or whatever you want to go. And you should probably just, stay out of it and, let politics be politics and you do your business.
So we're influencers and we try very hard to stay out of that stuff, don't we?
Yes, I try to stay very neutral. Work is not where I want to discuss politics.
All right. Dr. Glenn, do you have any fish for today? Yeah.
Oh, we got some fish for you.
Fish. Here's a fish, but I'm going to take a look at it. Why is
look at that, Amir. We got you a fish right here.
Avenue Therapeutics up 59% today. They got money.
I saw
they got
this
money.
Earlier,
Somebody took a big stake in them. Anytime a company can get some money, that's a good thing. The other side of it now is, do they have drugs in the pipeline? And evidently, if this dude is throwing, I don't know who he is, but whoever he is, through 14.5% stake in the company, he put a lot of money behind it. We'll see. So this might be a fish. That definitely might be a fish. The other two is nothing. All right, let's get into our picks. Viewers, Let's go. Let's start with your picks.
All right.
You got control.
All right. So the list today got Nvidia, Netflix, Humana. Here we have the Energy, CIG, US ETF, USO, and Walt Disney. So Nvidia here currently trading at 481. I actually did a short on this yesterday or Monday. Look at the value. The value has skyrocketed on Nvidia right now at 568. So even if a lot of people think that, Nvidia is trading at a premium right now, VectorVest has it undervalued, up day to day, fundamentally strong. Look at these indicators. I mean, this is one of the top performing stocks in the database. Of course, got the buy recommendation. As far as the streaming platforms here, you got Netflix and you got Disney. You can see Netflix, the clear winner here. We value it at 351, trading at 478. So it's overvalued, fundamentally good in an uptrend, buy rating. Gotta like that. Humana, let's see here. And SIG. So Humana here, we got trading currently at 484. So that's actually undervalued. I like that. 656. So greatly undervalued. Down day to day, so not going to buy it. Fundamentally sound. Has the hold rating right now. So I'd wait for an update. But looks good. Even the GRT here, that growth rate positive.
Hey, Ryan, do me a favor. Put UNH in there.
UNH? Oh, yeah. United Health? Gotcha. Let's see how it matches up here.
It's better than the both of them, huh?
What does it? Is it supposed to be CI?
Oh, you got the wrong one. Did I put in the wrong?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? I was like, that's not right.
That was my fault. Let me take this one out. You ahead, delete that one.
No, I got it. Let's see here, delete this. All right, now here we go. That makes a little more sense.
And they're all 3 in a row, but UNH is better than the both of them.
Yeah, but right now it looks like Cigna is the one at 0.81. That's under pressure right now, down 8%. That's coming out on that news with that merger. It's got the sell rating right now. So it looks like Humana and Cigna are trying to get their act together. But look at this, UNH here, undervalued, fundamentally sound, buy rating. I like it. That VectorVest is telling me of these three, I'm going UNH. But other than that, see Walt Disney here. I just wanted to pull up Walt Disney on a graph real quick. It's been under a lot of pressure lately. I had a feeling back when it was trading the 70s, it was probably a pretty good deal. Let's see here. There we go. We see the dip. Getting down into the 70s is the low here. But look over the last few weeks, a lot of momentum to the upside right now, even taking out these prior swing highs where this trend line is. You see these 2 touches here. Took out those 2 recently, but still no buy rating. But look at here. RT finally about to go positive for the first time in a while. So I'm liking it, especially if you like Disney and you're not in it, you're getting on a pretty decent discount right now. If we just take a look, let's look over the last 5 years here. Yeah, this stock, Disney, look, it's traded as high as 200. This actually might be a good trade here, even for a long-term position. It looks like we're getting Disney at at least over the last 5 years. I feel like I'd be getting a pretty good price on it.
Hold on, put a different graph. The 3 to 8 and the that's just the 20. I do like that it's above the 20. I don't even have the 3 and the 8.
Look at the valuation of it too. The valuation has gone down.
Yeah, I got value on here, don't I? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Disney. I think that the negative PR is still going to hurt them. I think that's the unfortunate reality. All right, I don't know. And if they're going towards the stream, they need to do something. You agree, Ryan? They need to do something. They got to get out of this.
Yeah. Look, Robert says, I believe Disney just raised prices. Like I said, rated R coming soon to Plus. I could see that. Disney Plus, I think you make a good point there. But also the other caveat to that is, who said that again? Oh, Fernando. They have Hulu, so they can put all their rated R material on Hulu.
Yeah. Disney got too woke. I think the negative PR is hurting them. I think it's hurting them more than And they got to do something.
I think it's hurting their movies too.
They got to do something, and maybe
Their movies have been pretty lackluster lately. Even the Marvel franchise. I still am a Marvel fan, but the movies have gone downhill, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of this Disney graph here. Glenn, let's go to your stocks.
right, let's go to my
see what you got
stocks.
today.
What do I got?
See what kind of fish you got us. You got us some good salmon today?
No, I like walleye.
Walleye.
I don't even know what that is, except for I know it's a fish. That's all I know. I know it's a fish. I got NVIDIA because of the partnership with Amazon. All right. GME, 27% today. And that other stock, ATXI, let me start with GME. We know that it's not fundamentally sound. We know that it's not, and it's way overvalued.
You mean to tell me the little brick and mortar store is not worth all that?
It is bull. Doop. That's what it is. That's what this is. It's that. But a lot of people, listen, you get an opportunity to make some money. Let me show you something.
You know, when GameStop was trading at like $200-$300 a share, I mean, imagine the market cap on GameStop. I mean, even now the market cap is still pretty big on GameStop. What are they actually going to be? What I'm trying to say is, has GameStop actually utilized this money that they're getting in the stock price to actually do something good with the store?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But look at that. Look at all of that down. I don't know. Again, no big news.
Strong volume.
That bothers me. That just tells me that the retail investors are saying, we're going to put it to the man. And this was a solid level of resistance right here at 16.19, broke through it. Trading at session
It's got
highs.
the buy rating now.
Listen, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you two levels to look for it. 1954 and 2458. Those are two levels. If you own it and you're in it, great. I love the earnings per share, all that stuff. When I see this happen on this kind of volume and no news, that bothers me. Does anybody feel the same way? I'll say it again. When I see this kind of move after this, on this kind of volume, with no news, does that bother you? 1 for yes, 2 for no. 1 for yes, 2 for no. It bothers me. All right? It bothers me. But I'm not going to stop you from taking advantage. If it's giving you an opportunity to make some money, at least I've given you some levels to look for if you're in it. I like the 1954 as a level to take profit. I like the level of 2458 to take profit. It keeps moving up. Someone said earnings. 6 days to earnings. All right. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. But if you're in it, those are two levels for you to look at. All right. And it's, it is what it is. I'm going to look at ATXI. Another big mover today. Somebody put some money in there. Big move, but look at the pullback. Big move, but look at the closed candle. Big volume, love the volume. That's profit taking. It's dirt cheap, but that's profit taking. I don't know if I would take that one just quite right now either. Profits from Christmas, says Lou. Got you. Mark says it's dumb money. I haven't seen the movie yet. Robert says GMA trades based on fear of missing out. All right. So Rick says no state has more lakes, rivers, streams, and reservoirs stuffed with walleyes than Minnesota. Walleyes. I've never even had walleye. All right. Let me tell you about gold. That's the fish? You see I got gold in there, right? I'm going to show you why I'm bullish, why I'm getting bullish on gold. There's the Huey. I just did a video on it. View the stock graph, and I'm going to put on a 1-year graph, and I'm going to put on the Midas Touch.
Oh, that's a nice breakout.
It is a nice breakout. Here's the Midas Touch, and there's the 10 and the 65. I got gold. I got GFI. All right, I did get GFI. I'm in it. I got into it early. As a really aggressive move, but the RT on the Huey is up, and I'm waiting for the moving averages to cross. Every time that happens, gold runs. All right, so I'm bullish on gold. So I've got GLD in here. It's up 0.2%. RT is above 1. General Motors is on the rise. More of an aggressive play. Amazon, way overvalued, whereas NVIDIA is not, but they're both fundamentally sound. So I'm telling everybody that you might want to think about getting on the gold bandwagon. In regards to GME, 6 days before earnings, I've given you levels to look for if you own it. All right? Walleye fish is a Midwest fish out in the Great Lakes. Is it good? Hey, David's not here. I know David's in Minnesota. I need somebody to send me some walleye. I need to test it. But it's got to be clean because my wife's not going to clean it, and I'm not going to clean it either.
Apparently, there's a lot of chatter about walleye.
Yeah, I want some. I want to try some. I wonder if I go to Publix if they got walleye.
I don't think they have that in North Carolina, walleye.
I need to being from Michigan, had walleye often. It's a great fish. All right, I need some now. Now I need some, but I need it to be frozen and cleaned because I'm not cleaning it. If you send me the whole fish frozen and it ain't clean, I'm putting it in the trash. I'm trying to tell you because I'm not going to clean it. As soon as I cut it, I'll go, bleh! And that's exactly what will happen. All right. So those are our stock picks. $1 billion industry in Lake Erie. Walleye. I got you. Let's go look at your picks from last week.
All right. Well, I already can tell you, Coinbase definitely killed me. I was short Coinbase last week.
Let me see. Let's go take a look. Quick test them. Wow, look at that coin. Coin killed you.
Yes.
Killed you.
Other than that, would have done all right.
I would have been bearish on coin too.
You know, it's from the news story.
All right, what's my picks from last week? I don't know where I had. I would have been bullish. I probably would have been bearish on oil, bullish and bearish on lithium. So I would have been bearish on lithium, bearish on oil. All right? Bearish on lithium, bearish on oil. Let me see. All the gold went up. Lithium and oil. Oil went up, lithium went down. But overall, gold, the two gold plays that are in there made some money. Oil, didn't expect that to have. Microsoft, that was an AI story on Microsoft. And I thought NVIDIA would have gone up, but it went down. Not half bad.
You ended out the week with a positive.
All right. Come to Lake of the Woods for walleye. Don't send the walleye in a vest to Glenn. What is that? Once you fish in the ocean, you don't want to fish for mudfish. Is walleye a mudfish? Glenn, guess you never been to Chinese restaurant where the fish is served on your table with fish heads? Yes. I'll tell you the story.
Very common in San
The first
Francisco.
time I went on a trip with Dr. DeLito, it was to Atlanta. It was my first trip ever. And Doc said, okay, order what you want. I ordered this fish. And when it came to the table, it was the full fish. Dr. DeLito lost it. He was like, how you got the whole fish on your plate? Ah! It was like, OMG. And then throughout the time of eating, he was like, hey, Glenn, it's looking at you. And I was like, oh, my God, thank you so much. And so that was the first time and the only time ever in my life that I had a whole fish. And I was eating, and I was like, Doc, I cannot eat this. He said, it's all right, Glenn. It was all right. I was like, wow, I didn't realize it was the whole fish. And Doc just was like, it's looking at you. And it was like, wow. That was my first trip I ever went on with VectorVest with Dr. DeLito, ever. What a way to start off my career, with eating dinner that he probably paid a whole lot of money for, but it was the whole fish. Walleye is the easiest to clean. Skin peels like a grape. I'm not cleaning it. I'm not cleaning it. I think LASIK can fix walleye. What is that? It's not a mud fish.
It's a pun, Glenn. It's called a pun. Walleye. Get it? LASIK surgery.
Hold on. Where's my cricket button? There it is. Where's my cricket? I didn't like that.
I need a cricket button.
All right. let's go to customer picks last week. See what you guys had. Let's go.
I'm going to say they're positive. What are you thinking?
Let me see.
Positive or negative for
Let me
them?
go see. Positive. I don't know about Palantir. I own Palantir. I think it went down this week. I think because of Harmony, I think positive as well. 3.3. Look at that.
Yeah, they did good.
Look at that. Look at you guys. Harmony, the gold stock went up. ServiceNow, what went down the most? Uranium, LPG, and NBC. Good job, guys. Good job. All right.
I like it.
Ryan, read the chat. Give me the first 10 stocks that come up.
All right, type in the symbols. Keep them coming.
I need 10
Or
stocks.
take the first 10.
Oh, my gosh. Why are y'all taking so long?
Because there's a lag. They can't hear us till about 10 seconds later.
Oh. Palantir.
PLTR.
Okay, go ahead.
ONDS. CLS. LPG. Coin. MSFT. HOG. SMCI. CEPU. Apple.
Do not say Pat.
How many is that?
Do not even say that.
Why not?
Because it's not a real stock.
Oh.
He's going to laugh at you. Jake is so going to laugh at you right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He must be a Pats fan.
He is.
It's all right.
And
it's all right. He's already having a bad week.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, here's my 10 stocks. I know you gave me more, but here's somebody
Just
said
like
the
us
market is
Panther
dropping.
fans.
Ooh. I got a bigger wick forming at the top of today's candle. I do.
Seeing some selling pressure coming in.
We'll see. We will see. Jake is giggling. Of course,
It's
he's
still an
giggling.
up day.
All right, we'll see. All right. You know something? Let's just look at these and then we'll go do hot or not. All right. All right. All buy or hold recommendations. I want to see the problem children. Negative earnings growth on CEPU. Negative earnings on coin. Those are the only two problem child. Okay. Who's got the best earnings growth? Chip company, SMCI.
SMCI.
LPG.
SMCI is a great company.
I agree. I totally agree.
I've been a promoter of buying on this dip.
Palantir. I'm a fan of Palantir. It's my
up today.
speculative play, but I'm a big fan of Palantir. Guys, if the economy grew at 5%, why would we increase the interest rate? Isn't 5% darn good? Yeah, it's darn good, but compared to what? What was it a year ago? All right, so I think that we got to put
But if
a
it's
lot
really
of the
good, but
interest is, inflation's getting better compared to what? It's still higher than it was last year, but it's lower from the 9%. GDP is better. It's good, but where was GDP last year compared to now? So I think that it's those things that we're looking at. It's getting better because it was a lot worse. But is it? Does that make sense, Richard? All right, does that make sense? All right. Anything else you want to add to these before we do hot or not? And does any of these catch your attention that you want to look at?
No. I like SMCI right now, Palantir, Apple, and I guess I've got to keep going Coinbase because I got burned last week, so I like that one for this week.
If oil is lower supply, the cost would be up, and it isn't. So why? Because it's manipulated. That's all I'm going to say right there. Oil should be going gangbusters. Do you agree with that, Ryan?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
no.
fine. Then your opinion doesn't matter. All right, so we're going to keep on going. Now, I think that...
Bully.
Huh?
I said you're a bully, Glenn.
Well, it's because I'm bigger than you are. Anyway, I think that on paper, oil should be running. Ryan says not so much, and that's fine. I don't ever mind disagreeing. I think that
I think it's doing what it should be doing. It should be remaining, tightly traded until OPEC gives its announcement tomorrow.
But if OPEC has already cut and said that they're probably going to still cut. That doesn't tell you that oil should be going higher.
But when it comes to OPEC, only Russia and Saudi Arabia are trying to keep those cuts. A lot of the other countries are not. Even UAE has bucked those production cut goals.
Okay.
But and then you got what, Venezuela? I know there's been some talks about getting the Venezuelan
That's
oil
dirty
back on the
oil,
market.
too. That's some dirty
oil,
dirty
yeah.
oil.
There's Iranian oil making its way out there. Russian oil still finding its way out there.
All right. All right, let's go look at these. I'll put them on a 6-month graph today. Oof.
Hot or not?
Woo! Not. I like this. I like the space, but not. I think Nvidia is a better play. I think AMD is a better play. I'm gonna say not. Room chat. What do you think? I do like the breakup above the downtrend, but
It's trying to get back into that gap. It's got that gap to fill. I'm gonna go hot.
oh my gosh, how long does it take for you to make a decision, Ryan?
I did. I said I went hot.
Oh, you went hot. All right, I went not.
You gotta charge those earplugs of yours every once in a while. Those
what do you
hearing aids.
say? Get off my lawn. Okay. All right. It could be a good day trade. Look at the big wick today, though. There's a lot of give back today. Interesting. All right, let's go to the next stock. Hot or not?
I'm gonna say hot just because look at that bottom wick right now.
There's some buying
If we could
pressure.
take out today's high, I think this might be a great move to the upside
I think
within
it's
the next
hot.
few days.
I'd make sure I'm buying on an up day, though. But that could be
Yes.
setting up. That could be a little hammer. Not a pristine one, but it could be a little hammer.
That's why I want to take out today's high to get that confirmation.
I'm thinking of hot on that. What's up, Energy? Oh, you come in now, Energy? Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks. All right, next stock. Hot or not? It needs to get back above this level right here. Let me put that, there we go. It needs to get back above that level. It didn't fade.
I'm gonna say not right
Huh?
now. I'm gonna say not right this second.
Um,
I like what VP said. It's warm. I'm
I
not.
could go
If
from
I'm holding it, I'm not in a rush to sell it.
I mean,
But if I'm not holding it, I'm not in a rush to buy it
I
either.
do own it. I've let everybody know I do own it. I like that. Coming from the gap, I like that.
Still in the uptrend.
Still in an uptrend, but I like the warm. Let's go see if this level of resistance, 2029, if they can get through it. Earnings per share.
Yep.
This doesn't have earnings per share, but I can put it on. The company makes money. You know, that's one of the big things I like about Palantir. Is that the company's got all these contracts. They're making money. All right. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to call this,
I'm gonna go hot.
I needed to get above that level. It's a few days off the high. The 3 and the 8 look good. The earnings look good. You know what else was going on? RT is falling.
It's a divergence.
It is. Price is going up, but RT is going down. I'd be very careful with this stock because of that divergence. And it's stopping right at a level of resistance. I maybe call that warm. I like that.
Yeah.
The segment is not hot, warm, or not. The segment is hot or not. So I'm going to call
Warm or
not.
not.
I'm going to call not because of the falling. The stock is losing momentum. It's on stove. I hope it gets hot. It's amazing how many different variations of hot or not we're going to get. All right. Next stock, ONDS. Love the earnings.
I'm gonna go hot. It's got a healthy little pullback today. We got the buying pressure in. I think there's still opportunities to the upside.
I'm going to say not until the 3. That's the 10 and the 65. I got to get a different layout. Sigh. Let's go with the trade.
So,
There
okay,
we
Glenn,
go.
I remember when I first started using VectorVest.
Shut up. The 3 and the 8 are good, but curling over. If you own it, I wouldn't mind taking
Look, it
half off
found
the
that
table.
8-day exponential as a great level of support.
Say again?
You see that bottom wick today?
Say again? Oh, right there?
That bottom wick today found that 8-day exponential of support.
And went back up.
Yeah, strong level support there.
I'm going to call it
I'm gonna go hot.
not.
You're sure not going mild on me?
I got to use either hot or not. All right, I use hot or not. Microsoft, hot. Not today. I wouldn't buy it today, but I call that hot.
It's got the buy rating, uptrend, all the moving averages in our favor. I mean, it's got a lot of momentum, and it's capitalizing from this AI play.
I'm going to call that hot.
Well positioned.
All right.
Here we got Apple. I'm going to go
I have
not.
to recuse myself from this decision because of my affinity for Apple.
So you're lukewarm?
Um,
I'm going to go not. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's converging close to that 8-day exponential moving average. It has been on a tear since it broke that downward trend line there. So I think I'm not saying it's a bad company. Not saying that
not say it's a
upside
bad company.
near
I will
over.
come to your office.
But right now I'm not in a rush to buy it just because it looked like it's on a healthy pullback. I'd wait to get some confirmation to the upside.
You better not ever call Apple a bad company. I will come to your office.
It's a great company.
I'm going to call not to right now because I think it's peeling back. I'm going to call not.
Even look at the volume on Apple over the last 2 weeks. It's been dropping.
Yeah, it's moving sideways.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to call not on that. Hot or not? Harley. It's too cold to ride a Harley. I think cyclically, I ain't going to buy. Nobody's going to buy a Harley right now. It's too damn cold. Joey came in today with a coat and shorts. Who does that? I'm going to call this not. You?
I'm saying not.
We only got a couple of more stocks. Ooh.
So we've got two more.
CEPU.
A utility company.
This thing is
taking
all
off.
over
We
the
got
place.
$6, not $8.50. Strong day today. I'm gonna go hot.
3 and 8 are trending up.
And this is a very short-term play here.
Because it's a utility. I wonder, as a utility, I don't even know if longer, does it pay a dividend? It does. Long term, I may not be as negative on it. It does pay a dividend. If you're going to take a utility, especially for a long term, you got to make sure it pays a dividend. This stock is all over the place, though. Jake says, don't be hating. Hating on what? Hating on what? Glenn, I do not own anything from Apple. Rerun on Microsoft and Google here. John, I just kicked you out the room. Okay. Not really.
Hey, it's okay. I have an Android too, John.
One more. Ooh. Look at Corey. Wow.
It's just going to be the Glenn show.
Why? Why?
You're kicking all the Android users out.
Oh, that's right. You're an Android user too, right?
Yes.
It looks hot.
I got burned last week, but yeah, it looks hot.
All right, VVOS. You guys keep flapping your jibs about VVOS.
What is it? I wrote it down. Maybe that's the play, Glenn.
Yeah, that's on 1 minute
Therapeutics.
bars.
Look at it. Whew.
Put this on a 3-month graph. I don't know what the news is on that. That's huge. I wouldn't touch that. What's the news on it?
Yeah, I would day trade it if I had nothing else to
587%.
do because it's going to move so quickly.
Holy smokes! That's a scalping play. That's a straight up scalping play.
All right, so they just received FDA approval for severe sleep apnea.
I got sleep apnea.
Wow.
Wow is right.
It's a big move. A good short, Lee says.
All right. That's it. Hey, can you put us on the last screen, Joey? So you can go get your tea time? You going to Golden Corral? Oh, you want to? Huh?
Look how excited you got.
Hey, you want to go to Golden Corral, Ryan?
No.
Me, you, and Joey? Joey's going to take us to Golden Corral.
Is that where we're going? We're going to Golden Corral?
Golden Corral. Rover and WDA. Why? So VVOS, ROVR, and W. Workday. Why is Workday up? Why is Workday up? All right. And we got to go. Joey's going to sign us up. Did y'all hear what Joey just said? If you did,
can y'all hear
if
Joey?
y'all just did, because Joey just signed us off. Go ahead, type it. Did y'all hear what Joey just said?
I can't tell. No, I don't think they
sell
Joey.
walleye fish. Oh, Robert said he heard.
Oh, yeah, you guys hear Joey?
If y'all heard Joey, it says muted.
Muted.
All right. Joey, you got to say, yeah, they said kinda.
Kinda.
Joey just signed us off.
You got to talk louder, Joey.
All right. Joey just did it. He just went, yes. That's what he said. With those hats, you need to go to Golden Corral. I agree. I agree. We need to go to Golden Corral. All right, y'all. Glenn, come to No, I'm not coming to New Hampshire. I will be in Texas Friday, though. For all y'all, we got a Dallas live event in Texas. We'll be there.
Hey, you're doing your Thursday live stream from Dallas, correct?
No, that's for Tampa.
Oh,
I
for
do
Tampa.
the Thursday
okay.
live stream in Tampa on Thursday.
You should do it from Dallas.
Because I would need somebody with me. Joey.
Oh, that's right. You need someone to turn your computer on.
That's a laugh. That's a cricket. That's a boo. And that's a car crash. Joey, take Glenn's mic. Dang. All right. We getting ready to go. Thank you guys for being here. Ryan's got a video coming out tonight. Make sure you support it. I need everybody to support the videos that we put out. It's going to be a great one. All right. With all that said, see you, folks.